I hope you guys can hear me. Um, I'm gonna try to set this up so you can see me. Okay. Uh, I haven't posted since last week, and let me introduce myself. My name is Martha. I live in Brooklyn. Um, I used to work for a really big pharmacy chain here, and they filed bank chapter 11 bankruptcy, and I was out of a job after 13 years of working for this company. I was loyal, was always there, tried not to call out unless it was absolutely necessary. And now, after 8 months, I was able to find a part-time job at another retail store. Um, it's hasn't been easy for me because I have a lot of problems with my knee, which makes it impossible to like walk long distances. So the only way to get to work, even though it's not that far from me, is to ride my bike. Um, the reason I'm posting this now, and I'm sorry if I look horrible. I This was like a last minute thing. I'm trying to let my skin recover from all the years of me wearing makeup. I'm sorry if I'm scaring anybody out there, but this is just who I am. I want you to see who I am. I'm 63. I have 3 kids. Uh, my oldest daughter is moving to Florida, and I'm not handling it too well. Um, for the simple reason is that I know she's an adult, she's married, and she has to do what's best for her. Even though I hardly, we hardly ever got together because she was doing her job, and our schedules collided, so we weren't able to see each other, even though while she was still living here in Long Island. She's leaving at the end of the month, and I'm supposed to meet up with my brother this Sunday coming to say goodbye. And I know I'm going to be a mess. Okay? I don't know how this YouTube thing works. All I know, I was trying to put my Cash App thing on, but like everything else, everything costs money. Even if you need help from people. I hate doing this, but like I said, this new place that I'm working are only hiring part-time, not full-time, when I was used to working full-time. Um, I'm 63. In a couple of years, I'm not even gonna be able to retire when I hit retirement age, because it is what it is. You know, I'm sure my daughters will have a lot of comments on that when they see this video, if they see this video. But you know what? I'm the adult. I know they have their opinions and they're entitled to their opinions, but there's nothing I can do about it. Besides my daughters, I have a son who has, let's not go there. How's that? Okay? Let's leave it at that. Anyway, I'm just having a really hard time dealing with the fact that by next month I may be homeless. by next month I may have to hire a lawyer that I can't afford. I've been living in this place for 5 years. I've always paid my rent, always paid my bills, never gave anybody a hard time. I barely ever saw anybody. It was go to work, come home, make dinner, shower, go to sleep. This was my life before the pharmacy closed. Sorry if I keep saying it's just a force of habit. I'm going to try to catch myself and not say it. So anyway, it's not easy working again in retail, having to stand on my feet again, because this is what caused this issue. Being 63, it takes toll on your knees. And I'm not getting any younger. Sorry, I missed that one. So, I'm just really very depressed and very lost. I don't have anyone I can talk to. I really don't. I can't talk to my brothers. I can't talk to the girls. I don't have anybody. All my friends that I work with at the pharmacy have their own lives, have moved away, and I don't see them or hear from them anymore. That's just the way it was. They were all a bunch of phonies anyway. So, I'm telling it like it is. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I'm not going to say that they were my friends. They treated me like crap, okay? To 13 years of working for this company, I was the most dependable, the most hardworking out of all of them. I had to deal with irate customers, but I kept my cool. Never snapped back at anyone. Tried to make the best of it. Tried to make their experience, the customer's experience, a pleasant one where they came in, didn't have to wait long for their medications, get them out, so on and so forth. This other retail job that I'm working in, it's different but similar. Again, I'm at the register and I'm standing on my feet. And I have to really hold on to a cane a lot of the times because the pain is unbearable. I can't afford to take time off since I just started this job. I can't have the surgery that I desperately need because I'm going to need physical therapy, so on and so forth. So anyway, the reason for this video is just to I tried to fix it where people can leave comments. I'm hoping that it went through. If not, then I'm going to have to figure out how to work this thing. I'm computer illiterate, so I really don't know if I did this right. I'm recording it and then I'm going to upload it to YouTube, and hopefully it'll go on. I don't know if you'll be able to leave any comments, because the last time I did this I was really upset and I was very tearful, and when I looked to see if there was any comments, there was no comments at all. Not that anybody left anything, but it was just that the comment section was not there. So I don't know how to. I have a new phone. It's not that old. It's a 16E iPhone. I don't understand why I just can't hit play and just record a video and upload it. I don't know how to edit, so I'm going to try to keep this as short as possible. Like I said, I'm from Sheepshead Bay, Brooklyn. I've been here since 91. Then before that, I lived in Bensonhurst when my eldest daughter was born. Then when my second daughter was born, we moved to Sheepshead Bay. So this is where I am. This is all I know. My daughter offered me to move with her to Florida, but I can't take the humidity, especially since I'm still going through my postmenopausal symptoms, and the humidity will kill me. And I'm not saying that, you know, literally, but it could. I mean, I just can't take the humidity. Even here in the summer times is unbearable. I can't even afford to have my air conditioner on because I cannot afford to have a $1,000 electric bill. So I just have the fan going, and that's basically it. Um, if there's a way you guys can help me try to figure out how this YouTube thing works, how I can get a Cash App up where maybe some people can donate towards my cause so I don't end up homeless. Um, I would be greatly I would appreciate it tremendously. I'm sure you've seen 1,000 videos of people come on here and give you the same song and dance, but if you can see it in my face, this is not a scheme. This is not, it's not because I don't want to work, because I am working. But like I said, they're not hiring full time anymore. A lot of places are not hiring full time. It's part time. My rent is almost 2,000 a month. If it wasn't for my son's father, who gives me everything he gets, I don't know what I would. I don't know where we would be today. Um, my girls don't like him. They feel like he broke up my marriage. They could be right. I'm not going to say they're not right, you know, but it could have been anybody. It could have been any man that I wasn't happy. But this is what happens when you know, when you think with your heart and not with your head. You know, the only thing I don't regret is my son. I mean, I wish he was more independent and more sure of himself, but I can't change who he is. Okay? I'm in a desperate state. I can't keep asking my family for help every month, you know, until I'm able to get this surgery done and able to like walk without the assistance of having to ride a bike, where I can get to where I gotta go by walking. This is how I've been all my life. I don't drive. I never had a driver's license. Everywhere I went, I got there on my own with my legs. Walked where I had to go my entire life. This issue happened 2 years, like 3 years ago, when I was still working for the pharmacy. I just happened to be going home. I turned a certain way and my knee popped. And that's been a nightmare since then. This was like right after COVID. COVID was still going around, but it wasn't as rampant as it was in, I think it was what, 19 or 20, something like that. It was just, it's a painful situation when you have to literally sit at the edge of your bed and wait 20 minutes before you could get up and have some sort of movement. At 63, I feel like I'm 93, you know? So if you guys could help me with how to upload a Cash App, so maybe every now and then someone can donate to help me. I don't want my family to see this as, and I know what they're gonna think, you know. It's sad, you know. My brother, I have two brothers that have helped me, and I'm grateful to them. I really am. But I can't keep depending on them. They have to live their lives. They have their own bills. I'm their only sister, yes. You know, I don't expect them to get in debt because of me. It's not fair to them. But when you're faced with this, when you're faced with the possibility of being evicted, it's scary. I don't know. I'm sure a lot of people out there have been through this or are going through this. It's scary. I cannot imagine myself in a shelter. I can't imagine myself living on the street. Um, I don't know what to do. So, like I said again, if you guys have any idea, I've been on the YouTube to find out how to do this. I was able to find out how to get the record on my control center. I was able to put that in, but it's like a lot of steps. And then when I went on Cash App, they're asking for money to, I don't know if that's normal. I'm not going to give out my information and I get ripped off, okay? Because there's a lot of scam artists out there. So I'm very, very, very scared about this. So if there's any honest people out there that could truly help me try to get this up and running, I'll appreciate it tremendously. You could leave me a message, okay, and and see what you guys can do to help. I'm desperate and scared. So please, if anybody out there has a heart, has some feeling for their fellow woman, man who is in a bad situation and it's scary, if you have it in your heart to help one more person, God will pay you back 1,000-fold. So I'm sorry. I'm very emotional. I'm like my father. May he rest in peace. I'm his daughter because he was just like me. I'm just like him. Very emotional, and I know he wouldn't want me to suffer and to go through this, but listen, I've done a lot to hurt him when he was alive. A lot of things that I'm not proud of. I did to this poor soul who didn't deserve any of it. But that's it. I know it's in the past, but I still live with it every day. If I hadn't done what I did, I wouldn't be in this situation. That's the truth. If I hadn't done what I did, please don't ask what it is. It's too personal to talk about. But if I hadn't done what I did to my father, I wouldn't be in this position. Okay, people make mistakes. And I don't blame anybody. Okay? I made those decisions, those choices. No one put a gun to my head. I made those decisions and those choices. So I wish people would stop blaming others for it because it was me. So I'm gonna let you guys go. Again, if there's anything you can do to help me try to get some sort of monetization, I'll put up videos. I don't know how to edit. I don't know how to do anything. I love makeup. I do my makeup even when I go to work, and I'll try to load up a quick one, tomorrow when I go to work and show you how I do my makeup for work. I have, there's certain little tricks and techniques I do because I have hooded eyes, and when you get older it just makes you look sleepy and tired all the time. But I have a way of like taping back my eyelids so it gives me more space so it doesn't look so droopy. So things like that, I'm sure that you've seen on other tutorials and stuff, but I'll appreciate it if you guys can just give me like some tips and tricks on how to be able to like have my videos or whatever I decide to do monetized. Then I can give advice on after menopause, what to expect. I can give advice on things that you should not do that can ruin your life. I have a lot to offer. On the days that I'm not working, I can upload something inspirational. So thank you for your time. Thank you for listening to me. and I would really appreciate it if there's any if you notice that the comment section is still not up and you can't leave a comment, try to see if you can find a way to reach me. My name is on the, you'll see my name. I mean, you can find me on Facebook. Okay, so if there's anything that you guys can do, I mean, I was gonna go on Facebook Live, but I have too many family that are on there, and I just don't feel like dealing with the questions, and because I'm not really ready to answer. They know what I've been through, but this is more private. This is more me, and so again, I want to thank you for listening, and I just hope I hear from you guys, or you're able to reach out to me. Try it. DM me. I have Instagram. I have YouTube. I have TikTok. I'm not sure how to do any of this to put up the names of it. I'm on TikTok. I think is LatinBabe41@AOL.com. That's one email. The other one is ilovemakeup49@gmail.com. So if you guys can reach out to me that way, I'd appreciate it. And on Facebook, it's my full name. You will be able to see it. Just type in Martha, my last name, and you'll see I'll pop up. So thank you again for your time and understanding, and I just hope to God when I upload this thing goes to YouTube and it has the comments, so I can hear from you guys and the advice you may have for me, or try to help me in any way. I'm a good person. I never thought in a million years that I'd be doing this. This is like begging to me. Some people will agree, but when you have a problem with your knee but you need surgery because your bones are rubbing together, it's not fun. It's not fun. It's painful. I don't take any controlled medications. I take ibuprofen 800 and some other stuff to reduce the inflammation, but it's not getting better until I have surgery, and I can't afford to take time off. I just started this job. So again, please guys, just any advice would be greatly appreciated. Okay, so good night, and have a wonderful rest of the week, and I will be back. Okay? Thank you for listening. I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Bye-bye.